Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Liz. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Today we have the most flawless, long-lasting base makeup ready for date night for Valentine's Day or girls' night for a night out clubbing. This is going to last you all day and all night. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel if you aren't already. If you are new here, make sure to pop in the comments down below any red emoji for Valentine's Day. Let's get the comments going. If you do enjoy this video and you want to see more tips and tricks about makeup on my channel, then make sure to give this video a big thumbs up or comment down below in the comments and let me know. Yeah, if you want to see how I got this flawless, long-lasting base makeup, then keep on watching. Okay, so today we are doing the most flawless base for any occasion. With Valentine's Day coming up, I thought I'd show you guys what I do to get the most flawless glam base you'll ever see. Let's get straight into it. So for primer, obviously I'm going to tell you what I use, but I'm going to tell you like a little bit about like each skin type as well. Obviously I'm going to go in with the NYX the Face Glue Gripping Primer. This is amazing for all skin types because it really helps the foundation grip to the skin. So I'm going to use this today because it caters for pretty much all skin types, like I said. What a gripping primer does is exactly what it says on the tin. It grips the makeup and keeps it locked in. Really helps the makeup grip and stick to the primer so it doesn't budge all day. Obviously we're going to keep to the focus of the base today. I'm not going to do much on my eyes just so I can show you guys exactly what I would do for my base. So I always say when I'm blending out a gripping primer, make sure to keep blending until it starts to get a little bit tacky, and then that's when you know to stop blending. So I'm just going to let that dry a little bit and get tacky. We'll do the tackiness test to see how sticky it is. Got my little heart in the background with my candle there just to celebrate a little bit of Valentine's Day. Next I'm going to take the e.l.f. another e.l.f. primer. This is the Liquid Poreless Primer, and let's see if this sticks. Perfect. That is exactly what we want. But what I'm going to do with this primer is really focus this on my pore areas and where I get a little bit oily. I've got very combination skin, so to tell you what my skin type is, I am oily and pore prone around my nose here and on the whole of my nose, to be honest. And then my chin gets extremely oily too, and that's where I see it separating the most. So I'm just going to push that into the skin. My cheeks are quite normal. They're like not, they can get a little bit dry, you know, when it feels like tight on the skin, but other than that it's quite normal. And then my forehead gets quite dry, so we're going to leave that. But this is a really good inexpensive poreless primer. And then you're going to see me doing this a lot throughout the makeup. I'm going to set the primers in place with the Beauty Crop Wishery Setting Mist. Now this one's gone a bit funny, that's why I'm going to use this during my creams. So setting your makeup in between each makeup step is going to help the longevity of your makeup so much. So it's a vital step. So keep that aside for the next step. So whilst that dries down, I'm next going to take the strobe cream from MAC. Now if you've got quite combination skin like me, this is going to be perfect. And if you've got dry skin, again, perfect. But if you have got more of the like sort of oily to very oily skin, I probably would advise to maybe skip this step. I suppose you could use this because you can use it on all skin types, and a little goes a long way, guys. But it depends what sort of finish you are after with your base. I like a very satin matte finish. It depends on my mood, do you know what I mean? But today I'm fancying more of that satin dewy look. But I'm going to show you guys how to make that last throughout the night. See how that just gives the most perfect glow? That was in the original, by the way, which is my go-to. And because I set the primers down and then rubbed this in, I've sort of rubbed the setting spray into my skin as well, which is amazing. That will help with the longevity as well. So it's completely up to you what sort of foundation you want to go for. If you watch my channel, you'll know I am a glam queen. I just love coverage. I love flawlessness. But this foundation is very versatile, multi-use. It's the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Foundation. Now this, it's got more of like that satin matte finish, which I would say it's more satin than matte, but I know this caters for all skin types. It stays put all day as well, but it's going to cater for you guys who prefer like a lightweight feel foundation. And it's great on more mature skin as well. So if you are looking for a new foundation and you've got everything in between, I would highly recommend this. I'm just gonna put this on the skin. Even though this has got like a thin texture to it, it's still got the coverage. I would say it's very like medium to buildable, which I do like in a foundation. I feel like the more options you have in a foundation, the more the foundation's gonna cater for your skin and like, you know, different skin types. I'm using the shade 3W1 Dusk, by the way. It matches my tan. I haven't got much of a tan at the moment, but we're gonna make it work. I washed all my makeup brushes that I've been using for a while yesterday, and it just feels so great to have fresh brushes, but I've switched them out slightly and I'm using different brushes. I feel like I stick to the same ones all the time. Is anyone else like that? It is nice to have fresh brushes, and I've said to myself this year I'm going to wash my brushes a lot more. And when I say wash my brushes, I mean I deep cleaned them in the sink. Normally I just use ISO clean, but I was like, girl, I think it's about time you deep cleaned your brushes. I'd say as long as you're doing it like once a month and then using ISO clean in between, it would be fine. But I hadn't washed them for so long. See how that just gives the most gorgeous glow to the skin. Obviously if you prefer it a little bit more matte, don't add the strobe cream or wait until the powder section, because I do like a matte look and then I add the glow back. Also, another nice tip if you've got like really dry skin, mixing that strobe cream in with foundation is so beautiful. I always find when I've got a fresh clean brush, my makeup goes on so much nicer. So what I'm going to do now is take a concealer that sort of like is a shade lighter than my skin, but it's not the lightest one I'm going to put on under my eyes. So this is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer. This is one of my favourite concealers. It's one of the only ones that doesn't crease under my eyes. This is in the shade Coconut Flakes, and it is so perfect for concealing. So I'm literally just going to put a little bit in this inner corner where I've got that darkness, and I'm going to let that sit there until we've done the other cream products. Doll Beauty Gimme Contour Wand in medium deep. I'm so gutted that they're discontinuing this. I've heard they're discontinuing it. Don't know if they're discontinuing it or because they're having a rebrand, they're just gonna like rebrand it and like get better. I hope, because I do love this product. I've used so much of it. I just put it on the back of my hand like this. Then I'm actually going to use a fresh Doll Beauty brush. This is just this Solid Start, like angled brush. And what I love about this Gimme Contour Wand is that it's so blendable. It literally does it for you. You can see it is so easy to blend, and if you want to layer it, you absolutely can. How is everyone liking the content on my channel at the moment? I feel like because it's Valentine's Day, it's very like tutorial based, like looks and stuff. What else do you want to see from me? I know a lot of you guys have commented what you want to see from me, which again I appreciate so much, so thank you so much for recommendations. It really does help me to not only do videos that I want to do, but like I get to know what you guys want to see from me, so that is very helpful. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take the same concealer and pop it on the rest of my face. This concealer is so creamy and so easy to wear. Like I said, this is one of the only concealers that doesn't crease under my eyes, and we all know how rare that is. I've got her here somewhere. There she is. Guys, I've also got a fresh powder puff. So I'm just blending this out again with one of my favourite brushes from Doll Beauty. Hopefully they don't get rid of these brushes because they're so good. I'm guessing they're just gonna like rebrand with the new brand logo and stuff. I'm wondering if they're going to keep like the pink theme or they're going to like tone it down a little bit. I'm going to take that concealer on my lids as well. Not doing much on my eyes. Like I said, we're focusing on the base today. If you do want to see a like going out sort of glam eye look, then do let me know. And then before I do the blush, I'm going to take the same concealer but in much lighter shade, Royal Icing this is called, and I'm just going to put that in the inner corner here. I could even get a lighter shade than this because this concealer is so good. I've even considered putting it in my makeup kit, and that says a lot. I forgot to, if you want to really snatch your bronzer, taking your concealer under here really helps to define it. Now I'm going to take blush. This is the Jordana T-shirt It's Casual blush. What I love about these is you get 2 in 1 and you're not like looking for a shade like similar in the cream. But It's Casual is really, really nice because it's not too pink and it's not too peachy. It's just like a nice bronzy sort of muted tone, which I like for looks like this, for, you know, date night and stuff like that. It's not too like in your face and blush blind. We all know how much I love a blush, but for this circumstances I do love a more natural feel, but we will add more later, like add in the glow. But see how that just adds a little wash of colour? I do like that shade, It's Casual. Just going to put a bit on my nose. Cute. And I'm going to keep that out for in a bit when we use the powder side. So I'm just going to blend this concealer out. Sort of blend the line so it's not too harsh. Because obviously we don't want like a structured line unless we were doing drag makeup, which I've been obsessed with lately. I just get my bronzer brush and just stipple over that, just so it's not too harsh, like I said. And I'm just gonna blend my under eyes out, really keeping that in the inner corner to help brighten. Do love a bright under eye, not gonna lie. And then again, before adding the powder, we're gonna go in with the setting spray again. And you've got to make sure this is really dried down before you set it. I'm just gonna be extra and use my fan. So then to set my face, I'm going to take, of course, the OG, the best powder there is, the Huda Beauty powder in Pound Cake. I do need to get a lighter shade for like under my eyes. Because this makes the skin really dewy, we want to sort of set that down a little bit. And then, like I said, we'll bring that back later. I'm going to take my Fresh Puff. This is actually from Jordana T-shirt. It's quickly become my favourite powder puff. Always dab the excess off on the palm of your hand, and always, and I repeat, always make sure you have blended those creases out before you then go and set it. This is why I love this puff, because you can get right into that inner corner. This is why the Huda Beauty concealer and the Huda Beauty powder work so nice together. Oh my god, they look so good. And a bit more powder, and again making sure my lids are creaseless. Just gonna set that with that powder. And then for the rest of my skin, I'm going to mainly set on my chin, because like I keep saying, I get quite oily there. I'm going to set underneath my contour bronzer, and I'm going to take the littlest amount of powder on my forehead. Again, just to get it a little bit less like greasy looking. See how that has just mattified the skin really, really nicely. Another reason why I like this puff is you can get right around those brows. If you like me and you like to do your brows first before your base, perfect. You need to get one of these puffs. I'll link them in the description. And then to top it off, to add a little bit more coverage under the eyes, which I love to do, and to brighten the under eyes, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Pressed Powder is absolutely stunning. It went viral for a reason. Nothing beats this powder, honestly, and I use the shade Translucent 100, but it does add brightness to the under eye, which I will show you. My phone's updated, and every time I get a notification from Instagram now, it's like a weird sound. Is anyone else's like that? How much brighter does that look? It just looks stunning. And then for powder bronzer, we all know what I'm going for, let's be honest. The MAC Dark Tan is always and forever gonna be my go-to product for bronzer. It's just the most perfect product because it's technically a pressed face powder. It just merges into the skin so beautifully and it adds the most perfect amount of colour. Obviously because it's a mineralised skin finish, it's like a baked product, it's not too pigmented and you can easily build this product up. Obviously this is a bronzing technique, not contour, so you're not going to find a like cool toned shade with these, so just bear that in mind. But we all know your gal is not a cool toned person. Absolutely stunning. If you haven't got your hands on the MAC mineralised skin finishes yet, they are definitely worth the price. I used this brush for the first time for powder bronzer and it was really, really nice. PC24. And then of course going back in, it's Casual by Jordana Tisha. We're getting there, guys. We are getting there. So then to set this base down, really set for the night, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. Now guys, you need to hold your breath when you use this, but honestly this does work really, really nicely. It literally smells like hairspray. Just going to curl my eyelashes and I'm just going to pop on a black mascara. Okay, we're nearly done, guys, but may as well show you my lips as well. I'm going to take the MAC Prep and Prime like lip primer. This is amazing to keep the lips really locked in place and nice and smooth and hydrated. Then we're going to take the Doll Beauty Glow Getter in the shade Sorry Gotta Glow, and this is just going straight on top of that blush. If you're like me and you prefer more of a blush topper rather than a highlight, this is absolutely perfect for that reason. I hope they bring out like highlighters in this formula. That would be great. Okay, so then just finishing off with the lips, taking Will from MAC. And then I'm going to take the Made by Mitchell lip gloss, which I think these lip glosses are so underrated. This is in the shade Dripping in Pink. It's got a like sparkle in there. Okay, so that is how you get the most flawless base makeup that's going to last you all night if you're going out for Valentine's Day, going out on a date, or you're going out with the girls for a night out. This is gonna last you all night, I promise. It's just the most perfect base for all skin types. Let me know if you want to see more tips and tricks on flawless bases, or if there's anything else you want to see me do, you're interested in seeing or learning, then let me know in the comments down below. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, then please consider subscribing before you leave, and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. I hope you all have a lush day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!